We have a follow-up now to a story that we brought you yesterday on the local great white shark population. We are learning that there are more sharks more frequently in nearshore waters right off of our coastline, along with swimmers and surfers. Today, we talked to the man behind a 2-year-long study.
And what we found from some of our tagging of the bigger juveniles and subadults is that they move between Santa Barbara, the Channel Islands, Morro Bay, and then they kind of bounce around that triangle area.
The big question, is it less safe now for people to be in nearshore waters?
They're in and amongst people all the time.
Lowe warns that chasing the sharks could change their behavior, making them more aggressive as they defend themselves.
July 11th, 2023, Ventura, California. We arrive midday. Skies are overcast and the afternoon fog lurks just offshore. Traffic is light, a surprise. Our ride drops us off at the marina, just outside the Channel Islands National Park Visitor Center. Quick bathroom break after the long flight. Once connected to the mainland of California, the Channel Islands are an 8-island archipelago, with the nearest being Anacapa Island, about 10 miles southwest of Ventura. I can maybe make out its shape, faint in the distance, beckoning me to disappear into its shroud of mystery. 1700 Spanish explorers, led by Junipero Serra, stole this land from the native Chumash and claimed it for his patron saint, San Buenaventura. The town thrived over the next 250 years and became a commercial success. Entire nations fought for control of Ventura's natural resources like crude oil, organic crops, and abundant fish. By the mid-1900s, Ventura bulged and stretched across the Oxnard Plain, butting up against the nearby mountains. The harbor and marina were rapidly expanded at the expense of the local marine life, pushing them further out to sea. So that's where we'll pick up their scent. Like blood in the water, we chase the great white. Captain calls, boat is ready. Here we go. We pull away from the pier, the taste of dry land fading in my mouth. Or maybe it's just the bitterness of the Dramamine pill I just swallowed. No turning back now. The open ocean, wave after wave, up, down, up, down. Not feeling so hot. Is the horizon lurching, or is it just me? Take a deep breath. Slow things down. One of the camera guys spotted movement behind us. Something on our trail, closing in fast. A pod of dolphins. Happy little guys riding our wake, showing off. Nice leap. But is that all this is? A joyful performance? No, they're too smart. This isn't just playtime. They're leading us somewhere. Humans have worshipped dolphins for thousands of years. Ancient civilizations believed dolphins to be sacred deities, companions of sea gods. 40 different species of dolphins evolved around the world over the millennia, and they became renowned in all seafaring cultures. Ship captains saw them as blessings of fortune and good luck, but they're also vital to the food supply of others. Dolphins often work as a team to corral shoals of fish into a tightly knitted ball, making it easy for other marine animals like seals, whales, and sharks to join the feast. This rare phenomena is known as a feeding frenzy. Could these dolphins be leading us to our own feeding frenzy? And what other predators will be invited to the table? Something's wrong. They've seemed to have lost interest. Wait, no, come back. Captain says we're approaching Anacapa. I guess we're on our own again. For now. Anacapa, meaning mirage or illusion in Chumash. Fitting name based on the number of shipwrecks lining the seafloor around these rocky shores. Anacapa is divided into 3 islands, stretching 6 miles long and barely half a mile at its widest. Activity in the water here. Oh, it's a flock of brown pelicans. They look content with life. Brown pelicans are common around the world now, but they almost went extinct during the rise of chemical pesticides like DDT in the 1940s. These seabirds lost their ability to reproduce as the membrane of their eggshells became too thin. Hatchlings in the thousands were lost. Pesticides also affected their food supply, poisoning their favorite meals like the menhaden fish. Thankfully, DDT was finally banned by the United States in 1972. Pelicans are social animals, especially in the safety of these isolated islands. Anacapa is also home to an array of endemic species such as the island fox, deer mouse, slender salamander, and alligator lizard. Even pygmy mammoths once roamed the interiors of these islands. The rocky shoreline is prime territory for sea lions, main choice of prey for the great whites, keeping an eye out. Sea caves captivate curious kayakers, but can be deadly when the tides rise. Anacapa Island Lighthouse, a signal to passing ships of nearby danger. Constructed in 1912, this was the last major lighthouse built on the west coast of the United States. Look, it's the famous arch rock at the end of the island. This 40-foot-high natural sea arch is the official symbol of Anacapa and the Channel Islands. Beyond this rock is nothing but endless ocean all the way to Antarctica. With no sign of the great whites, we decide to head back to the mainland and regroup. They're out there somewhere. Anacapa fades in the distance as we begin our long journey home, struggling to hold back the seasickness. Unusual to see gulls this far offshore. Movement on the horizon. Dorsal fins. Could it be? The pod of dolphins are back. Definitely leading us somewhere. Captain, full speed ahead. They're slowing down now. More seabirds incoming. Huge swirling flock. Multiple marine species working together as one. Dive bombers, churners, Chaos in the water. A true feeding frenzy.
A great white shark is swimming off the Ventura County coast. KCAL News viewer Jeff Adler shot this drone video at Santa Claus Beach in Carpinteria, and he says there were swimmers in the water nearby. TrackingSharks.com says there have been 31 shark bites in the U.S. so far this year, but none in California.
Later that evening, we returned to port. The sun finally peeked out, burning away the gloominess, and we saw Ventura in a new light. The town was calm and quiet, living up to its reputation as a retreat from the mayhem of LA. Relieved to be back on dry land and free from the chilly winds, we took a moment to bask in the golden light and savor the soothing stillness. But just offshore, there they were, the Channel Islands, silhouetted against the setting sun, rising from the sea, beckoning would-be seafarers with an alluring mysteriousness. Despite the reports, we have failed again in our efforts to locate great whites off the coast of California. But our determination and resolve remains. The clues are there. Hordes of sea lions in Monterey, feeding frenzies in the Channel Islands. We just have to put the puzzle together. Like a predator tracking its prey, we won't let them get away.